All right. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for our webinar today. We're going to do a brief introduction of doTERRA Social and how it works. We're so excited to have you here today. So I want to go ahead and introduce myself. My name is McKenna Rinells. I am a social media marketing specialist over at doTERRA, and I help manage the platform doTERRA Social. So I help create some of the graphics that are on there and make sure everything's running smoothly with our partners. And I just wanted to give a little brief introduction to why we decided to bring doTERRA Social on to help wellness advocates. So we at doTERRA Marketing know that if you guys are successful, we are all successful. And we realized that we weren't quite offering all the tools that wellness advocates needed in order to be successful, especially on social media. And so we searched high and low for the best platform to help you guys be successful. And we decided to partner with a group called Promo Republic. And they have an amazing software, which is the behind the scenes of doTERRA Social. So we partnered with them to bring you guys doTERRA Social. And it has been such an amazing partnership. And this has been a great tool for wellness advocates to help them to use their time the best that they can. We know that you don't have time to just spend all day creating graphics and making sure you're compliant and doing all of these things. And so doTERRA Social is perfect for helping you be able to have a presence on social media and share and be able to give your time back to those revenue generating activities in your business. So we're so excited to be here with you guys today to give you a brief introduction about doTERRA Social and how it works. Today on the call with me, I have Raquel. She is our partner over at Promo Republic, and she's going to go ahead and she's going to be the one leading the webinar today. So I'll go ahead and turn it to you, Raquel.
Thank you, McKenna. Hello, everyone. I'm very excited to be here today to introduce you to doTERRA Social and answer any questions that you may have. So if you do have questions as we're going through the motions today, please direct them into the question and answer box. I do have my amazing team of support members here to help, and they will be on standby, ready to answer. So don't be shy. So like McKenna said, today is all about doTERRA Social ins and outs and the walkthrough. So to get started, I'm going to flip over to there. So the first question is usually what we get is, what is doTERRA Social and how can I use it? So doTERRA Social is a social media marketing platform that enables you as the wellness advocates to really take control of your social with minimal effort, because we know you have a lot more important things to do. And we really would love to see you thrive on social. So what's really important is that there's nothing special you need to log in. You simply click this lovely purple button that says continue with your doTERRA login, and you'll have an automatic account created. And every single person that comes on the platform has a 2-week free trial. So you're able to really take advantage, explore the platform, and then after that, choose which plan is right for you. So since I'm not a wellness advocate, I'm going to go ahead and log in and get started, and then we can start exploring together. So as you see, it was a simple login process. And now comes the most important part, which is connecting your social media pages. So we work with the top 6 platforms that you see in front of you: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and Google My Business. So with this, you can connect whichever ones you want or multiples of different pages. For example, if you have a Facebook business page and a few groups, you're able to schedule to them. Or if you want to have your personal Instagram as well as maybe you have a business Instagram, you can absolutely connect both there. So really choose the social media platform that's right for your business. Not all are going to be applicable to the business of being a wellness advocate. So we really see the most success on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. So I already have a Facebook page created and connected. So I'm going to go through the motions with these 2 pages. The first thing that you'll notice when you do connect your pages is that you have these color coordinated time slots that you're able to navigate here. So the time slot is meant to really help you, again, spend less time thinking about social and more time doing what you love, which is selling and networking. So the time slots suggest the best time to post based on the social media algorithms, the best time in your time zone and follower activity. So you can use these as your guide and create posts from here. Or if you have a time schedule that works for you, that's not a problem either, because all you have to do is click edit content plan, which turns off autopilot and enables you to actually label them your own names and continue going. But I'm going to keep the automatic schedule because I love it. It takes all of the guesswork out of it. Then from here, there's a few things that I want to point out within the calendar. First is you can hide time slots if you don't want to follow them at all. Second is you can obviously go into month view as opposed to weekly view. And you can go really as far into the future as you want. If you were on our previous webinar hearing from Diamond Nicole Chase, you heard all about how she schedules 6 months into the future, all in doTERRA Social. And if you haven't checked that webinar out, later today, I'll show you how to access all of our previous webinars. So I definitely recommend that one. It's a really great one where you can hear how she's using it. So then back to the platform itself, you do have one of my favorite sections. This is your upcoming events. So this is based around the North American calendar, where you have important dates in history, pop culture history, sports, and world history, because we know that you might run out of ideas every now and then, and you just want a little bit of inspiration. So that's really what this is for. It enables you to just see something and go from here directly into maybe the graphics editor, which I'm now going to touch upon all the amazing ways to create and edit content within the platform. So again, this is all in the calendar section, which is where you default come into when you sign on. Now we're going to go to this top menu bar and click on the post ideas. So this, I think, is my favorite section, as well as McKenna's, because she's actively contributing to this, as she said, where you have literally thousands of templates at your fingertips. So I do want to highlight that this is, again, focused primarily on the North American market. We do have US templates and a little bit of Canada and Spanish speaking US here. The good news is we're actively listening to your feedback and working with the different markets within doTERRA to bring doTERRA Social there. So if you have feedback, let us know. You can always contact us and tell us what market you'd love to see doTERRA in next. But in terms of the value, the monthly templates is a section that is updated every single month. You'll get brand new content, and it is 100% editable. So what does that mean? You saw I just clicked use. Now I'm going to click edit. So now you go directly from the post ideas library into our proprietary graphics editor. So if you think Photoshop is a little bit cumbersome because you don't know how to use it, this is not that. This is a really easy to use graphics editor where, let's say, I want to change from pink to red or purple, right? Because we're talking about lavender right now. So it's really easy. You can see a few clicks of the button. I'm now transforming this post from red and pink theme to now purple and pink. And it's all about this essential oil hack. Or conversely, let's say I'm in the North American market, but I want it to translate into my native language, whether that is Spanish or, whatever language you speak. You can easily do that by, deleting this and typing that as you go through it. So it's, again, a really great way to go through the platform, edit it really easily, and you can see your amazing end results. And this took about less than 10 seconds to customize and make it how I want. So again, I'm not going to save this or use this now because I'm going to go back to the Post Ideas library and really show you all that it has. So I would definitely recommend on the first of every month, we upload the content here. So tomorrow you'll see brand new October content. So definitely take advantage of that, schedule that out, and keep scrolling down because there's always so much here. And you can also search it, right? If we want September, you can search that and see all what we have tagged. And also remember, if you search in here to come down to the see all template section, because that really enables you to see absolutely everything that is somehow tagged with September in the platform. And obviously you're seeing a lot of Pursue content because we know you just had an amazing convention a couple of weeks ago. So if you weren't in the platform during Pursue, you actually missed a lot of great content. We had all of these amazing quotes here. And what is my favorite part about Pursue is again, I'm in the graphics editor now. If we go to objects and see global connection, I could have added some really fun stickers and objects on top of this. So this is really great for you to explore because doTERRA Social is always timely and always in the loop of the events that are happening around the doTERRA calendar, whether that is something like your monthly promotions, like your BOGOs, or like your big conferences. There's always some fun things here. So as a reminder, the only content that is 100% editable from the background to the text is in this monthly templates section. Everything else you can obviously use and schedule, but it's not as editable as the other content. So for this, you can use these as your Instagram or Facebook stories here because they're perfectly formatted for that. Then I would like to also remind you in the more section, we have so many more templates and photos for you to use as your jumping off point. And that's exactly what the Post Ideas library is. It's a jumping off point for you to schedule, edit, and use the content. And if you want to create your own content from scratch, for example, if you were in our Facebook community, you saw that we recently hit 10,000 wellness advocates participating. So we had a design your own challenge. So you can always come in here and start your post from scratch and edit this as you go. So you can really use this and click edit again. And now we're in the graphics editor. So I can add now text on why balance is my favorite. And you can change obviously the color from black, change the fonts to something that really sticks out to your aesthetic, because the whole point is taking your aesthetic and sharing it to social, maybe adding a sticker in if you want as well, if you see that it fits, or adding a logo to the image, quite big, resizing it to the corner. So there's a lot that you can really do here in the graphics editor. And again, this is all being done in under a minute. In under 60 seconds, you can create posts. So you can see how someone like Nicole Chase can schedule 6 months into the future by just going into the Post Ideas library, coming in here, finding the relevant content within the month, and then filling in the rest of the content with everything that we have within the platform. So it's really here for your use to save you time, number one, and for number two, to add your personal touch to all things social. So again, that is in the content section in Post Ideas library. Now you may ask, okay, but what is this My Ideas section? So think of My Ideas as your personal saving folder. You can absolutely store anything here. You can see I've saved some templates. You can have content saved here. You can upload your own content. Again, in our 10,000 followers celebration, we've seen some really great content of people using pictures they've taken of themselves or their products and adding text around that, adding fonts around that. So you can really make it personal by saving that here. So then this last section is going to be the graphics editor. So because obviously you've seen it in use on how quickly you can edit some content, I'm just going to spend about a moment to review this so you can see every part of this. So you come in, if you just click on the graphics editor into a blank template, you can obviously resize to any size you want, or you can choose, let's say you want to create your own cover photo, or if you want to do a post for Instagram, not a problem. So now it's all about building your post. So you have the background section. So this is a integrated photo stock library, and it's fully licensed. So what does that mean? So if you go on Google and you search, let's say, lemon, because we're building a post all around lemon and how it's our favorite oil and we love to use it in every capacity. If you search on Google and use an image straight from Google, you technically don't have the license to use it if you're sharing it to your social media platforms. And obviously that leads into an issue of compliance. And we want to make sure as you're building your business that you are 100% compliant. So when you're coming into this background section, you are licensed, you do have the rights to use this. So now you have the ability to come in here and create a piece of content all about lemons. And what's really cool is that you can go from here now into single oils. I can find my hero oil, which is lemon, and drag this in, create an amazing post about why lemon is my favorite and why I absolutely cannot live without it. So that goes from backgrounds again to objects. So as you can see, the entire top section of objects is all doTERRA content. You do have some really fun and animated stickers within the global connection folder. You also have most product images from diffusers, your kits, single oils, and supplements. This is all here. And again, you saw what I did with this lemon, right? It's just a simple drag and drop and then resize to make sure it fits exactly the image that you are creating. So this is how you can really showcase your favorites, what you want, and make sure that your followers are getting unique content that is from your perspective. So then just quickly on the editor itself, you saw text is through here. You can add text, choose fonts, resize, change the colors, and then saved. So saved is an important section because you have the ability to save any previous content here that you were using, but also we have recent. So recent is anything that's actually been distributed through doTERRA Social to your social media feeds. And you might ask, okay, but why would that be necessary to have recents? That's because let's say you made a template that you love, like a recipe template that you want to keep coming back to, but just changing the recipe and the image each time. So that way it has your branding, it has your aesthetic carried through. Not a problem. You can simply click this and start this editing process all over again by changing the background and the text. So it's really easy to do here. And then uploads. So like I said, you can absolutely upload any content that you want here. So whether this is your own personal logo, for example, if you have gone through doTERRA Social Media Academy, you see there's a section on creating your own personal logo. So you can upload this here, drag it in. Obviously, this is the Promo Republic logo, and save and schedule. So it's really easy to navigate this. This is almost like a graphics editor for every savviness of social because it takes seconds to create amazing and eye-catching content on social media, and you can hit the ground running. So now that you've seen, obviously, the calendar coupled with content, let's really talk about scheduling and what that process is like. So I'm going to take this fall diffuser blends contents, and now let's walk through the scheduling process. So you have here the scheduling window. You can see when you're scheduling, you can obviously upload your own photo, GIF, or video, or you can create an image. And when you click create image, this circles back to the graphics editor itself. Or you can do what we did, which was take something from the Post Ideas library and get started. So from here, you select your social media page that you want to schedule to, because if you remember, I had 2 pages connected. I had my Facebook page and my Pinterest page. And then if you select more than one social media platform, it's really important to customize for each platform. And what do I mean by that? I mean, on Facebook, maybe you want to write more of your story, because as you know, Facebook really enables you to write as much as you want. Whereas on Pinterest, it's really important that you also include the link back, because Pinterest really thrives on links. So then once you've done that, you can click schedule, and now it comes to all of these different posting options. So I will walk through each option to make sure all questions are answered here. So schedule is really easy because you schedule it for a specific date and time. And then you can choose if this repeats or not, and if you want that repetition to end. So I am going to schedule this for Friday, and you can see this in the calendar. And you might be asking, okay, why do I see it twice? But let's remember, we scheduled it to 2 pages. So this is my Facebook page, and this is the Pinterest page. And if you are scheduling to the same content to multiple pages, you can simply deselect from this left-hand menu, and you're only seeing one. So you don't have to be confused about the multiple pages. So again, it's all just about what your preference is in and how you're toggling this. So now if we go back to get another template, let's schedule for the future. So publish now, very self-explanatory. If you want just something out quick on the spot, you would click publish now. So that goes immediately. Then add to queue. So this actually goes full circle to those time slots that we were talking about, where here you can see we had a blank time slot, and now I just clicked add to queue, and it adds it to the next available time slot. So you don't have to guess when to post what that looks like. You simply click, let's do it again, click use, select your social media page, and click add to queue. So now that we're in the calendar, now that goes to the next time slot, and so on and so forth into the next week. So you can see that. So let's talk about the last way to schedule, which is to save as. So here's where you're able to, collaborate and come back to the content. So you can save to My Ideas, which is that section, which is your personal folder, which we discussed earlier, or you can save it as a draft. And when you save it as a draft, it actually saves directly into the calendar itself, but it won't post unless it's physically edited and scheduled. And you can see you have a comment box if you want to leave a note, or when you're in the draft, you can click edit and then actually schedule it. So drafts will not post unless it's physically scheduled. And that actually also might ring a bell when it comes to something for approval. So if you've been on doTERRA Social, you've seen that twice a week, you'll get a post for approval. So one of the questions we get is, okay, what do I do with it? And the great news is, because this is your social media and your business that you're running, it's all about how you do it. So you can approve it because it is suggested from doTERRA head office. The second option is to edit and customize this, so you can put your personal touch on it. Or the option is to ignore it and it won't post, or delete it completely. If you have your own schedule that you love, you already have a full calendar and you don't need it, then you can ignore it and remove it. So this is really easy for you. As you see, we have an entirely full calendar for the week, and it took me under 5 minutes to really get all of this here from the Post Ideas library. So it is a really easy tool to navigate, and as McKenna said, save you time and get you back in the habit of doing what you love. So from here, The last thing I do want to highlight within the platform is analytics and reporting. So because I'm in a demo environment, you see zeros across the board. But once you connect your social media pages, this is obviously going to be different for you. And it's also important to come in here and actually see how you're performing, because let's say everything is red, you're not really getting a lot of likes and you want to be growing. This is how you're able to really track if this works or not, because we have in layman's terms and defined what each number means and why it's important for your social media holistic view overall. So come in the analytics section or go to your post stats so you can see, how many likes you're getting, what that's looking like. And again, because I'm in a complete demo environment, this is zeros across the board. But when you have your own platform connected and you're running your own socials, this is how you'll see it. So I highly recommend you, if you're not signed up for doTERRA Social, sign up, and you have, again, 2 weeks free. And after the 2 weeks, you can choose what plan you would like to move on to by going into the right-hand menu and click pricing. And then you see all of our options here. You have the Start, Pro, Guru, and Expert. And the good news is they're all identical in terms of features that you get. The only difference is the number of social media pages that you're able to connect to the platform. And what this means is one Facebook page and one Facebook group counts as 2 pages. So if I only have one Facebook page and one group that I'm contributing to, then the starter is the right plan for me. But let's say I grow in my business and I have a massive downline and I segment them by different groups or maybe different markets, whatever that may be, and I have a group for that. Then you can go to Expert. So you can make sure that not only do you have all of your groups and your Instagram, maybe some of your Pinterest boards, you can really make sure that you're getting all of that in one place. So once it's really easy to get started, simply click Get Started, and then you're off to the races once you've completed your payment information. So that's really important step, because we do get a lot of questions there. So now in terms of resources, we do have a lot at your fingertips, such as webinars like this one, to make sure you're successful on doTERRA Social and in doTERRA, your doTERRA journey overall. So the first is in regards to managing your social media. So come in here, I'll paste this in the chat box so you have all of this information, but this is our landing page. It has all of our previous webinars, which you can see here. You can scroll back. And as I mentioned, we had a really great webinar last week with Nicole Chase. So check this webinar out. You can see this. Then we have all of our future webinars. And actually, McKenna and I today just finalized webinars through the end of the year. So starting next week, you'll be able to register for the future ones. Then you also have our Help Center and FAQ. So the Help Center is a place where you can go to get started, answer your own questions. Let's say if you have a question on mentions in the comments, the captions of your post, you can type in mentions or tags and see, okay, how does this work? What does this look like? And you can really go from there. So then what's also is here is how to sign up for the Social Media Academy if you haven't already. And then if you want to revisit the how to get started, but you don't want to sit through a 30-minute webinar, we also have segmented videos all about different parts of the platform that you can sit down and watch, and you're able to get started. So this is our landing page. And then we also, as mentioned, have the Help Center. We do have quite a lot of resources at your disposal because we really want to see you be successful on social media. So to recap, overall, before I turn the mic over back to McKenna, doTERRA Social helps you with content. You get fresh content every month. You can add your personal touch and, again, save time on this. Then with scheduling, you can pre-schedule as far into the future as you want, so you're saving time on social and don't have to worry about anything in regards to that. Just set it and let it go. And then you can collaborate. So I saw a question in regards to members. So you can actually invite up to 2 other members with you into the platform. So we've gotten a lot of feedback. Maybe you have a husband and wife team, or maybe you have someone helping you out with your business. The two of you could be in the platform together and collaborate. So you can comment, exchange ideas, all directly within the platform. And then, as mentioned, analysis. Getting your analytics at the end of the day is really important to see how you're performing and share reports with your team and highlight how you're growing. So, with that, I see all of the questions are getting answered, but I did want to invite McKenna back into the conversation if there are any questions she's seen or anything that we may have missed.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Raquel. I think you did a really great job of going through everything, and everything was really clear. So I think we'll go ahead and just wrap this up. But before we do, we did want to talk about the Social Media Academy really quick. So some of you have signed up for the Social Media Academy. It's a really great resource. So especially right now in the times that we're in, as people are looking for solutions for social media, and if you're looking for more information, the Social Media Academy is great. So you can sign up for that by going to training.doterra.com, and you can sign up for the course. It's $97, and that includes the course and a doTERRA Social membership. If you already have doTERRA Social, then you can go ahead and just email training@doterra.com and we can give you the discounted price. So if you have questions about the code or the Social Media Academy, you can email training@doterra.com as far as the Academy. If you have questions about the platform specifically, like troubleshooting, if you need help with something, you can email doterra@promorepublic.com. So that's super exciting. I did want to mention we have a challenge going on. If you sign up for the Social Media Academy, today is the last day to sign up in order to finish by the end of October, because it's a 30-day challenge. So if you finish by the end of October, you can get 50 doTERRA product points. So if you want to sign up, make sure and do it today so you can get those product points back. It's basically a steal of a deal to get those rewards back. So if you're wanting to sign up, make sure to do that today. Tell all of your friends or your team that they can sign up as well so they don't miss out on that opportunity. So I just am going to check and see. And so we should be good to go. Thank you everyone for hopping on today, for joining us, and we're excited to have you on doTERRA Social. We know that this is a lot of information, so make sure and check out all of those resources that Raquel gave out. And then as far as the Facebook page, stay tuned there. If you just search doTERRA Social on Facebook, you'll be able to find that. And we look forward to interacting with you guys more in the future. So thank you so much for joining us today, and have a great day.